All right, 27 minutes before 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Thursday morning. I at my age, Robin, I'm actually taking some classes online. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I think that's amazing.
Yeah, I just thought I would do it. One of the things when we do talk, when we have conversations on this talk show with people who are talking about education, it is a mystery to me how, because our children are all grown and it's been a long time since I had to really concern myself with what's going on in the schools. But it seems like there's so many choices now, right? You have the at-home studies. You got homeschooling, which once upon a time, that was very few people that did that. Now a lot of people do that, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things is you hear about, Common Core. You hear people who are against it, people who are for it. Yeah, I don't know how the parents figure it out, right? I think sometimes that maybe the best thing to do, if I was in their shoes, would be to do the at-home schooling, maybe partially or something, in addition to, as a supplement. It makes sense, because then you could help. You could be there. You could sort of learn what the kids are learning and how they're learning.
Yeah.
I'm Amar Kumar, am I saying her name right, Robin? And Amanda Ebel are on the phone. They're talking about a new study that examines how online schools are changing education. And let me say good morning to our guests. Good morning to both of you. Thank you for being on the air with us.
Sure. Good morning, Larry.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, and Amar, did I say your name wrong, or how did I do?
You've got it.
Okay, and thank you for doing this. Yeah, the world has changed as far as education from when I was a young dad and my son was in school. So many different choices we have now, right?
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
So what kind of things did the study reveal that we can use or that parents can use regarding their children's education?
So at Connections Academy, I'll tell you a little bit about our schools, and then Amar can tell you a little bit about the study. One of the things you should know is that we bring public school to students at their home using technology. So we work together with our certified teachers and parents who are at home, like you were talking about, to support their students. And we really just ensure that students are having an engaging online experience. But unlike traditional schools, they can attend whenever and wherever they would like. So we really work to help them learn at a pace that meets their needs.
And is it a scheduled thing, or do you sign on whenever you're ready?
So I'll bring it to life for you. Imagine that you're a high school sophomore and your dream is to play collegiate soccer. And so you're going to get up in the morning, whatever time you'd like. You're going to head over to your laptop and log in. And when you do, you'll see a schedule of the lessons that you're going to complete for the day, which you can complete in the time that works for you. Maybe you do your math first. You want to get that out of the way and then do your English lessons. That's up to you. And then you might have a video chat with your teacher. And then when school's over, you're going to head to soccer practice just like all the other kids in your town. So it's really a hybrid of the best of public school online learning and school at home.
And is it available if you go out of the area? Like, let's say you take a vacation to Europe, can you still do the online classes?
Yes, absolutely. And we have many students who travel with their parents for different reasons, maybe for their parents' jobs or any other opportunity, and they can absolutely continue learning wherever they are.
So there is interaction between the physical teacher and the students from time to time.
Yes, that is correct. So one of the best things about our teachers is that they are available on demand for their students. So if students are having a struggle, let's say with a math problem, they can pick up the phone and call their teacher for help right then. They can send an email. They're not constrained by the traditional school schedule, which would prevent a student from getting help when they needed it.
Right, right. And does the online class provide the same type of credits that you might need in a school?
Yes, so we are a public school, and so we follow all the same state requirements as any other public school, and our teachers are certified to teach in each state just like teachers at any other public school. We have Florida Connections Academy, and they're enrolling students right now.
Oh, wow.
For the upcoming school year.
Can students also do dual enrollment?
Yes, they can do dual enrollment.
So if, let's say, our school board district, whatever, they have certain criteria for the students, you guys would match up what you do so that it would be in compliance with what we need for our students here?
Yep, absolutely.
Wow.
Yes, we follow the same state standards that teachers are teaching across the state of Florida.
Wow. And so can you tell us a story? How long have you guys been doing this?
We've been doing this since 2001.
Oh, wow.
I have been doing this since 2009. So Connections Academy has been around for a long time.
And did you actually take classes through this?
I did not. No, I did not. I first joined as an English teacher, and then I went on to serve as assistant principal, and now I am the school principal.
Oh, okay. Oh, awesome. Do you have a story maybe of a student, maybe they were not doing as well as they could have, and this opportunity helped them out a lot? Do you have an example of somebody?
I do. I have many. It's really hard to choose because we have so many different types of kids. But one of my favorites was a third grader named Trey. He came to us, and I was reviewing his disciplinary history, and it was quite long. Frankly, it was the longest disciplinary history I'd ever seen, and I was really concerned about the fact that he was so young and was just sad. And when I met him, I really was unsure of what to expect, and he was very sweet, very polite. He seemed like a really nice kid. And what I figured out after he started at our school is that he just hadn't made a connection with a teacher. That environment just wasn't working for him. And when he came to Connections Academy, he did make that connection. And today, he's starting ninth grade.
Oh, wow.
He's a National Society. He's one of the anchors of our TV news show. He's a model student. He's a nice guy. He has thrived because of Connections Academy, and his mom will be the first to tell you she feels like Connections Academy saved his life.
And Amar, you have a really a passion for helping students.
Yeah, absolutely. This whole company, this whole school system, we're really excited about helping students who need that greater flexibility, need that personalization. We just have research that has concluded that the students at these schools perform just as well as students at bricks and mortar schools that serve those types of students. And on top of that, they get all that flexibility that Amanda was talking about. So, we are really excited for families and students who are looking for a high quality school with that flexibility. And we really think that this could be the right option for them.
So now I mentioned at the opening that I actually am taking an online class right now. It's for art, so it's kind of one of those things I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. But I wonder. I mean, could somebody like me? I'm 63, just so you know, and I'm not going back to school at any time. Could I use your services as well?
I think it depends on the regulations in each state, but our schools traditionally serve students in grades K through 12.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, well, that's good to know. And so the website I just went to, it's connectionsacademy.com.
Yes, that is correct.
And what do we do? How do we sign up? How do we make this happen for our children?
You can go right to that website and you can click on Enroll Now, and you can get started with that quick process to get enrolled for the start of the 18-19 school year.
Is there anything we need to know regarding equipment? Do they have to have a certain type of computer?
There are some minimal requirements that are provided on the website, but it's what most kids would have in their possession today. Yeah. So we don't see a lot of struggles with that.
And Amar, how did you get all of the teachers together to get the students excited about school? I mean, you have your roots in India.
Yeah, that's right. And we typically find that students are pretty excited about school anyway. And, perhaps the traditional school wasn't working for them. And so they're really excited about trying this new thing. So many of our teachers, the teacher-student relationship is the most important part of education at Connections Academy. And we find that our teachers value that one-to-one relationship, which makes the students more excited as well. And as Amanda described, that connection Trey made with his teacher really saved his life. We find, thousands of those stories across the board.
And you also study disruption in schools. So this takes care of the bullying and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, education and technology in education is really, really ramping up. And, we know our students' lives are full of technology today. So this is really kind of keeping pace with that and using technology to address social problems like bullying, some health problems students might have, or, students are bored in class. They just want to move faster. So there's a lot of different types of students we see in our schools. And using technology, we can serve them way better than ever before.
So is there a way to counter the effects that might create? Like the ability to socialize is often argued as a reason we should have children in school. But then bullying, you say, well, maybe I'll just do homeschooling. Is there a kind of a halfway point between the two?
Well, that's a great question. We get that a lot. How are you going to make sure that virtual students socialize? And I'll tell you that they're socializing just like all the other kids in the United States through things like school clubs that we have and after-school sports and church and community groups. And they can connect in person through field trips. And, of course, they connect on using technology.
Oh, my gosh. You guys have it all figured out. Well, this is very exciting. It sounds like there's a lot more questions that we probably didn't get a chance to ask, but I would invite the listeners that are interested to do two things. Go to the website, connectionsacademy.com, and share the video that we just made of this podcast. We'll put it up on YouTube before 2 o'clock today, and you'll be able to share it from our website. Is there any other information we want to make sure the listeners have so they can look into this?
No, thank you for having us, and we're excited to share this news.
Okay, and that is the correct best website, right? Connectionsacademy.com?
You got it.
Okay, Amar, thank you for being on the air with us. Amanda, thank you for being on the air. Thank you both for what you're doing. I think you're making education better than it's ever been. I just love everything I just heard. I wish it was around when I was a kid.
Thanks, Larry.
Thank you both. We'll take a break. Be right back.